And welcome again to my YouTube. And I am the proud owner of the MIDION painting. The little picture in what you see in front of us, thank you for following and giving me a subscribe. I hope you remember to do that at the end of this YouTube. You're going to see these X's, and within these X's you're going to see this little circle here, and you got some more X's in circles, and then you see this particular guy that's got his face aiming up with an arm hanging down, and he kind of looks like a triangle-ish looking water type submarine or something. Well, there's a lot more to that. Let me try to tell you. Now, this so happens to be an X-ray of the Mona Lisa itself, which I pulled directly. When you really get into the image, this highlighted white area here is actually a guy like with a helmet on or something, sitting with another person up in the front, and a tinier person, and a whole bunch of other individuals in here flying. He's a cartoonist. But let me just pull this down because you're going to see where it's going to go. And this is actually going to go into these images that are going to fit right in here, like this X up into here. And then you're going to see this spear in here that goes like this. This is the spear right here. It's going to fit right in there. And you see the guy right here with the helmet. That's the same guy right here with another guy sitting right here and another guy, and it goes endless. He has a whole bunch of people with him having a good time. Leonardo da Vinci was a cartoonist, a fun guy, a big kid. And along with that, he did it in code and different chemicals. And this is only on the one layer that I'm fortunate to be able to show you. It's a very good find. Any find of his is a very good find. But as you can see, I lay that up in there. It is exactly, I mean, exactly the same fit. And it's very, very rare to come up with my pole of my X-ray to be at the right exact pole to be the exact pole of the Mona Lisa, because he has many layers to his hidden art. Now, I don't just notice this. If you pay attention here, this guy's looking sideways with a kind of like a big gorilla looking mouth with people making his mouth and an eye and a big head here. I don't know if he's actually back in there at that kind of match, but if I pull this back down, this guy, you got a close looking, okay, because whatever chemical he used in that didn't pull as good as this. It's very, very, very odd. Now, when you go to put this back up and see how it matches, you'll see this guy running this way, and you'll see this guy running this way. Now, these are guys on top of guys on top of guys in the sense of builds like a totem pole. And this is a face this way, aiming this way, and this face is aiming this way. But this face that's aiming this way also has a head on the back of his head aiming this way. And in between all of this, okay, in between all of this, you will end up with these images that are people built on top of people on top of people on top of people. Okay, see, if you pull this up again and we go into this triangle, okay, let's go back into the triangle, and you see, you pull this back down, you see this triangle right here that comes down like a Y. Okay, we go back up, pull it back down, and you can see it in black. Okay, that's what he does. It doesn't have to be identically in the same chemicals. Now, whatever he did in the Mona, he may have done it in reverse. He says he may go like, this layer so happens to be layer number 1. This is layer number 1 on mine. This is layer number 1 on Mona. On Mona, I'm going to use to transfer on the first layer. On the Midion, I'm going to use the non-transfer on the first layer, and then he goes vice versa. That's why everything looks opposite and different. But if you actually get right into the study of the break with what we have today to pull out, which is very difficult to pull out of what he has done, yes, we can get a fairly good portion of some of his hidden works if you follow the trait. Now, if you see this 0, 0, what you see how the outline goes across here, you have the same in this area. So when you put these back up in here again, you see how this goes. And here's this piece that goes in here. So you pull this back down, there it is. There's the 2. Okay, when it dissipates, and you see how this one right in this area doesn't flow right here, and this one flows more, that's because he added this little white section. So he's really tricky on his stuff. And the reason why this is so small is just because I was a little busy, and being busy, it fell asleep and it went into this transfer here, and it comes out to show the point anyway of what I was after. I could open it up more, and I just bumped it with the mouse, but I can open it up more for you to see. See, that's the hand of the Mona, and goes right there. It has it on one of my other YouTubes. I have like well over 330 YouTubes. And when you go and pull this back up in here, and you go back into this image area here, which shifted again on me. I'll pull this back. Oh, that's because I went too far. I get it. Okay, so we'll pull this back up in here like this. I really appreciate you guys again to passing this on to your friends, YouTubes, that you guys have been so kind to me, and your comments have been awesome. Now, if you pay attention down here, there's, oh, he went away. How did he go away? Huh, that was strange. Okay, well, I'll figure that one out later. I was getting to a point there. See how the hand and the square goes? See how the square goes here? Whoops. See how the square is here, right here? I got to turn this camera for you. Didn't realize that it was that far off, sorry. Okay, now let's see what happens here. Okay, if you move the square, and it's for the arm of the chair, you pull it down, you see the arm of the chair, and you pull it back up, you're going to see a black break. So I'm going to hold it here. There's the black break. Same cut angle, everything. And that's where he runs it. He hides his work under different chemicals and layers. And you need to follow my other YouTubes to find out all his other little tricks. It's not been easy. Listen, I want to say God bless the whole world, the universe, and the heavens. I hope we don't go to war. I hope our president gets up and apologizes if we didn't do it. Sometimes it's best, like most women, will diffuse a problem even if they know they're right, in the sense of when they're fighting with whoever, which is they're very peaceful. It's got peacemakers, and you know, peace is always better. We know either we're right or we're wrong. Doesn't matter. Lives will be saved. Just pay and make them happy. My opinion. Pay to make them happy. With an apology, with money, with anything. In the long run, we'll all be happy. We'll be happy. We'll move on. We'll do our voting whichever way we wish to. We'll see if someone can stand up to the plate. God bless the whole world, the universe, and the heavens. And we stay safe. And everybody gets along. Amen.